Yeah. So the first part were these different activities, if you recall, where you had to give a number between 0 and 10 based on to what extent you're able to do a particular activity.
Right.
And 0 means absolutely no way I cannot do that, and 10 means no problem at all. Let's just go for it right away.
Okay.
So the first activity you have to give a grade is a full day at work.
Okay. Well, I have 3 days of full day at work last week, and yeah, I didn't have little bit of the problem. You said 0 is no problem, right?
No, 0 is I cannot do it.
Oh, 0 is I cannot do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so 10 is I can do it completely.
Completely. I feel no obstacles at all, no irritation, no problem at all.
Probably around an 8.
Yeah. And play cello for 3 hours.
Well, I've been playing for about an hour to an hour and a half. And actually tonight I have a rehearsal will put me as 3 hours. So I don't know how 3 hours is gonna do, but the an hour and a half, no problem. I would say probably at a 10.
Yeah. So 3 hours, how much would you give that?
I don't know yet. We haven't done 3 hours.
If you were to like give your best guess, what do you think?
Let's give it a 9 then. Let's drop down a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
A 5-mile walk.
5-mile walk. I have done 5-mile walk already. No problem. Yeah. 10.
Okay.
10.
Okay. And dinner party for 6 hours.
I don't know where am I ever gonna have a dinner party for 6
hours. But yeah.
Yeah, the longest dinner party I had was a couple of days ago as 3.5 hours. So let's just use that one. How is that?
Well, I kind of want to stick to the so it would be like your best guess, like if you were to imagine.
Let's do an 8.
Yeah. Yes. And then clean up the house from top to bottom.
10.
Yes.
I can do it.
Okay. All right. Well, let me just put together the numbers here. This. Okay, so you have improved in your activities dramatically, as you might know yourself.
Yeah.
So the total score, I'm just going to read it out loud from the top, okay?
Okay.
Since we did it the first time. So full day at work, you scored 1, and today you score 8.
Oh wow, 1,
yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. And play cello for 3 hours, 0 to 9.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. And 5-mile walk from 1 to 10.
Okay.
And dinner party for 6 hours from 0 to 8.
Okay.
Yeah. And cleaning up the house from 2 to 10.
Yeah.
So a total, your total score when we did this the first time was 4, and now it's 45, and the maximum is 50.
That's great. That's great. I guess I do know that. I do know there's a difference, but if you see it every day, you don't really think about it.
No. So that's really good. So congratulations with that. First of all. So the second part of the symptom list is your top 3 symptoms in the last week. So what is the worst symptom? Has the worst symptom been in the last week?
The worst symptom, still soreness. Probably the soreness of my neck and my upper back.
Yeah, and the second most second symptom.
I would say probably still have a fear of this. Once in a while, the fear will still come back for.
Okay. So like fear and anxiety and yeah. And third symptom.
I still have some dizziness.
Dizziness. Okay. All right. Okay. Perfect. So next part here is the actual symptoms. So these are, we start with the pains, and in this case you need to give again a number between 0 and 10, but it's the other way around. So in this case 10 means it's really, really bad. So if you say I have a 10 in headache, it means you have a really, 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 really bad headache. If you have 0, you haven't had that. And a 0 would be I haven't had the symptoms in the last couple of weeks at all.
Couple of weeks, okay.
Yeah. So the first one would be pain in the back of your head, headache.
Right. The back of my head is probably at about 2.
Yeah, so up here, like and then we have pain behind the ear.
Behind the ear, I have about 3.
And then we have pain in the temples or above the ears.
That's probably also about 3.
And pain in the forehead or above the eyes.
Above the eye.
And forehead.
I would say probably 0.
Yeah. And pain on top of the head.
That's probably still at a 5.
Yes. And pain in the back teeth.
The back teeth, that is 0. I don't have any pain on the teeth anymore.
Great. And then we have pain in the jaw.
Yeah, that's still probably at about a 2.
And pain in the eyes or behind the eyes.
That is about still a 2.
And sinus pain.
Oh, comes and goes, so I'm still gonna give it a 2.
And pain inside the ear.
That is a 0.
And itchy ears.
That's a 0.
And throat pain inside the throat.
That's a 0 too.
Yeah. And pain on the side of the neck.
That is probably still at a 6.
Yes. And then we have pain in the chest.
Still about a 4.
And pain in the neck.
And the neck overall, it's probably still at a 5.
And then we have pain in the base of the skull.
That is still about a 5.
Yeah. And pain in the upper back, so just below the neck area, just here.
Yeah, that is still about, let's give it a 7.
And then we have pain between the shoulder blades.
7.
Yeah. And pain in the middle of the back.
4.
And pain in the lower back.
About 2.
And then we have pain in the ankles, legs, feet, and toes.
0.
I think, yeah. Okay. And then we have pain on the top of the shoulder.
That is probably still at, I want to say 6.
And pain inside or on the side of the shoulder.
About 4.
And pain in the, do you have anything in the arms, wrist, and hands at all?
Not much. Even when I have a lot of pain, there are some radiate pain, but not much.
Okay, let's just go through them. So pain in the upper arm.
No, 1.
Yeah, 1. And pain in the lower arm.
0.
And pain in the wrist and hands.
1.
And then we have some feeling disturbances. I don't know if that was what you just scored, but feeling disturbances in the arms. It can be numbness or tingling.
No, 0.
No. And then feeling disturbances in hands and fingers.
No, 0.
Yeah. And then we have tinnitus.
No, 0.
And sensitivity to sounds.
0.
And sensitivity to light.
0.
And trouble swallowing.
0.
And watery or dry eyes.
0.
And clicking of the jaw or mechanical movement issues.
No, 0.
Yeah. And nausea.
That it's about 1.
Mm-hmm. And dizziness and balance disturbances?
That is probably still at a 2.
Yeah. And irritation in the eyes?
0.
And irritation in the nose?
0.
Yeah. And trouble turning the head?
Yeah. Still, I want to say at a 4.
Yeah. And visual disturbances like blurred vision or inability to focus properly, or problems with aligning the lines on when you're reading something?
Yeah, that's probably still at a 2.
Yeah. And a feeling of living in jelly or a dream or an aquarium?
That's I associate that with the dizziness part, so I want to give it a 2 as well.
And then stomach problems?
About 1.
Yeah. And inability to concentrate?
Oh, about 1.
Mm-hmm. And inability to sleep or poor sleep quality, like waking up or superficial sleep?
No, I don't have any problem with sleeping anymore, so that's a 0. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then feeling of stress and anxiousness?
I still have a 3 on that.
Yeah. And tiredness or a lack of energy?
Probably about 2.
Yeah. All right, Jenny, let me see the total here. Well, no surprise, but also your symptoms here have improved quite a lot.
Probably not the last, the first one, huh? Was probably not as good as the what is that? The activity part.
No, but still pretty good. But not as dramatic as the activities. But still, I mean, it's really good. It's a relatively short time. You've improved quite a lot. So your total, when we did this the first time, was 263, and today it is 89. So probably like, I don't know, 60, 70-ish some percent, something like that. My math is not that good, but a very dramatic improvement. So I can just read out some of the top scores. Well, there are tons of top scores, like pain in the back of the head from 8 to 2, pain behind the ear from 8 to 3, forehead from 7 to 0, back teeth from 8 to 0, sinus pain from 9 to 2, pain inside the ear from 8 to 0. Yeah, the list just basically goes on. Like nausea from 10 to 1, and dizziness from 10 to 2.
That's my biggest, yes. That's the one that kills me the most.
Yeah.
And I remember at that time when I was talking to you, I was just in a lot of pain. Every pain I had to remember, I had to isolate every single question you asked in order to sing. I don't know, everywhere it hurts. But now I can feel it's, in a way, it's a good news, but in a way, it's bad news, because if you say this, your upper back hurts, I said, oh yeah, it hurts a lot, because I only feel this part hurts.
You just feel pain, yeah.
This part hurts, because all the others are okay now.
Yeah. And like visual disturbances from 10 to 2, living in jelly from 9 to 2. So it looks really, really, really good. And also, like we're not necessarily going for a symptom list of 0 all the way down, because like everybody's got a little bit of something once in a while. So I would personally be really, really happy if you can get like a 1 all the way down, which means like, okay, of course there's still room for improvement, but still it's a dramatic fall. So like when I think, okay, you're pretty much cured now, is where it's 1 all the way down, mixed between 0s and 1s, and that typically gives like a score of in the range of like 30, a total score of 30, and you're at 89 now. So yeah, so it's really amazing, Jenny. So well done, and congratulations.
Thank you. I'm so pleased to hear the results.
Yeah.
I guess I know it I can feel it. I can feel things are improving. But all I want is not for aiming for number. I'm aiming for if I can just be normal again before the. And I know it's gonna always hurt a little bit here and there, but during the recovery right now, I think I still consider myself during the recovery, not off the wood yet.
No.
Always the anxiety, and that's the three I think I was giving you. The anxiety I have is, oh my gosh, probably this is gonna come back.
Yeah.
Or if I'm doing something, I think there's some activity I need to start resuming, like, moving grocery, as long as I'm not doing anything crazy to break muscle.
Sure.
But sometimes I'm worried. Oh, if I do it a little bit more, is it gonna hurt again? Am I gonna start the whole thing all over?
Yeah. But I think it's only natural. This is a new situation for you to not feel all these symptoms all the time, and obviously it's been a pretty quick recovery. So like your personality and your reality, your view on reality, kind of needs to adjust itself. But you'll get used to this pleasant new reality, I'm sure, and the anxiety will go away.